On to race number 8. We're back on the turf for the 8th, and it's a Class 3 down the straight again. 1,000-metre dash with Baltic Whisper coming out of barrier 10 as Zach Purton gets back on board. He's, of course, the distance winner on debut. Mega Heart, first up since November. Money Boy, a last start winner at Happy Valley. Joy Master makes his Hong Kong debut. Top Beautiful returns to the straight 1,000 here. He's 2 from 2 course and distance. Dragon Pioneer and My Chance, both behind Lean Perfection last time out. Royal Mojito drops from the 1,400 for the thousands, and Power Man comes up with barrier 1 for Alvin Ong.
It's a fascinating race. Just looking forward to it. Top Beautiful has been really good so far in his fairly nascent Hong Kong career. Baltic Whisper blew the start last time. He will hopefully not do that again for his supporters. Dragon Pioneer went off like a scalded cat over 1,200 metres last time out. How prominent he'll be in the run this time is going to be interesting to see. And I quite like the chances at the big price of Happy Star. He's trialled well down the straight 1,000. He might not be too far off the speed either.
Yeah, Trigger, he's won twice this season. He's moving nicely down the back straight here. He's in good form at the moment. Should get a good run from barrier 11 as well. And you can see Tommy Berry's got the horse nice and relaxed, and he moves well. He's fit, and he should run nicely on the weekend. Dragon Pioneer, as you mentioned, he's got a bit of speed, this horse, and it didn't really stay on last time. Oh, he stayed on pretty well, to be fair, on the sectionals that he went. Jack Wong's working now, and you can see he's giving him a decent workout as well.
All right, OK. A few 1,000-metre specialists here and a couple of lightly race sorts as well. We're going to start off with Ace King, Baltic Whisper, Money Boy and Hair Trigger, all really out of the money. Behind Bravo Watchman on this occasion, maybe a couple of them with excuses?
Well, yeah, I think the first two here are pretty progressive, I'll have to say that first. Money Boy, of course, has come out subsequently and won at Happy Valley when he absolutely seared home in the latter stages. Baltic Whisper missed the kick on this occasion as well, which wouldn't have helped him. And Hair Trigger just didn't get into the race, but if they go too fast out in front, Hair Trigger definitely will get into the race, and he's one you've always got to keep safe.
I liked Ace King out of this race as well. I just thought he was in the worst part of the ground. Was blocked halfway down the straight as well and hit the line nice enough, so he'd been a little long shot coming out of that.
Yeah, you can sometimes miss the kick, can't you? By
yeah, it's a kick.
Got to be on the trigger there. Royal Mojito, the next horse we're going to have a look at. 1,400 metres down to the 1,000. He has placed over course and distance in the past. Yeah,
he's run well over this course and distance this season as well. He's still a maiden from his 12 starts. He's mixing his racing up between Happy Valley and Sha Tin. But down the straight 1,000 may be the way to go. Barrier 6 for him, so he'll probably try and come through the mid.
His last 2 runs have been pretty good. Slight concern is 2 good runs down the straight 1,000 have both been with draws near that rail, and he hasn't got one this time round. But he got on the short list, haven't quite got him in, but I wouldn't totally rule him out. All
right, OK. Top Beautiful, as you mentioned before, has won twice here down the straight, unbeaten in actual fact. His jockey is Joe Moreira.
Joe, Top Beautiful, your thoughts on this horse going back to the straight 1,000 at Sha Tin, a track and distance that he's been very successful at?
He's a very nice horse. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to deliver his very best when we stepped him up to longer. And we actually thought he was going to be able to, but his form is indicate that he wasn't able to. We barrier trialed him some time ago, and he gave me such a great feel that we should go back to the 1,000 meters and give it another try, as he's been successful in that distance. And I'm glad that Chris took that action and put him over the 1,000. I'm quite convinced that if he delivers the same kind of form that he did on the barrier trial the other day with me, we're going to be right there at the finish with him.
Yeah, the barrier trial was very impressive. Does he give you a feel that the fitness and the sharpness is there?
Definitely. He's very fit, he's very healthy. And based on that barrier trial, I'm going to the race full of confidence.
He's got with barrier 3 a low number, but he has won from that side of track in the past.
Yeah, he's a bit like Bravo Watchman. You know, he's unbeaten down the straight 1,000. They took him up, they brought him back to the 1,000, and he won. He's trialled really well on it. If everything goes well for him, I think it'd be very hard to beat in this.
Yeah, his 1,000-metre form has worked out pretty well as well if you go back to the earlier part of the season. So, yep, he's the one they've all got to beat.
All right, OK, that is Top Beautiful. Now, Mega Heart we haven't seen for a little while. When he won, though, at Happy Valley, it was a mighty performance. How's he look coming into this? We haven't seen him since the end of November. Yeah, so he's had a bit of time off the track. But, yeah, as you say, Happy Valley, the day meeting, he came from a long way off the pace, but he won going away. It was a very impressive display. Legitimate excuse after that. He's been off the track a while now. This was an interesting trial, though, and gate 13, he's drawn well. I think fresh up, I think he might go quite nicely.
Yeah, look, he had blood in the trachea last time, so they have sort of eased off him. And sometimes with these bleeding horses, internally fresh up is the way to get them. I didn't find a place for him in the end. I'd like to see him go round, but he's got the ability.
All right, Joy Master, David Hall and Matthew Poon. He's a winner over 1,100 metres in Australia. Makes his debut here.
Yeah, so he's a horse that ran third in this particular trial, 800 metres. He will get the £7 claim. Look, I thought he was just pushed out a little bit in this 800 metres, so I'm happy to watch him go.
He hasn't actually run a race for nearly a year now since he shipped in from Australia. I think he'll be better over a little bit further in time in Hong Kong. Might be wrong, but I think he will.
Okay, it's a $23 chance at the moment, Joy Master. So again, is this a race in two here, Paul?
No, I don't think it's a race in two. I've got Top Beautiful on top. I think he'll go nicely. Everything goes well. He gets to the front. He can be hard to beat. But if anything does go wrong, and now Ace King, as you mentioned, he has missed the start himself, and he has had problems. But when he's good, he's very good, this horse. And I thought he had clear excuses last time. He's won off a rating of 69. He's now rated 66. Matthew Chadwick has ridden this horse before. So from 18 and 570, I'll make him the long shot in this race if anything goes wrong with the favourite. Baltic Whisper, now he did miss the start himself last time, so he's got a couple of quirks. He's got 133 to carry, and then in for fourth, Happy Star. Now he's a horse who's very speedy, and from barrier 9, I think he can get a nice trail just in behind the pace as well. So he's another one at a price. I've got the two favourites, as you mentioned, but I've got a couple of bigger prices as well. 7, 10, 1, 11, each way 10. I'll make him a long shot.
Yeah, I played in a pretty similar way, actually. I think the favourite's going to be very tough to beat, so he's the obvious on-top selection. I've got 2 Mega Hearts in there for second. I think Fresh Up, that was a good trial, and like I say, go back and see that Happy Valley run from the 29th of October. It was quite an effort, and he beat some decent horses that day as well. Happy Star ran very well on the all-weather 2 starts ago, not so much the time after that. If you go back far enough, though, with him, you can see some good trials down the straight 1,000. I think he's developed more gate speed now. Don't think he'll be too far away. I think he's a very sporting price at the moment. And Dragon Pioneer, well, he was going for the track record, wasn't he, in the early stages of his race last time out. He faded, but he didn't fade too terribly. He finished 5th, and I think straight 1,000 with a bit more weight off his back as well. Jack Wong taking off the £5. He's actually got £9 less to carry than in his track record attempt last time out. I think he's interesting as well to price. I think you play the top 2, and then you can mess around with horses at bigger prices, at sort of QPs and trios and all that sort of stuff.
All right, OK. I've got 1 and 7 as the 2 to beat, but Hair Trigger and Mega Heart, I think, at each way prices are interesting as well. That's race number 8. 2 more races to go. Race number 9, though, is the highest class of the afternoon, a Class 2, and there's a bit of quality about it as well.